What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Troy, and I know hoops, man. Today we got a very special guest, my boy Matt. Matt, say
Yo, what's up with y'all niggas?
You know me? You know me? So Matt, go ahead, tell them about yourself, man. Who you repping in this NBA?
My name Matt. Always repping my Birds, repping the Sixers. We not doing so hot right now, but at least I'm not like this young bull just jumping ship every time my team gets shitty.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. You know I'm a Clippers fan, bro. You know we bumping that, bro.
You bumping with the Panthers now, though?
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. Come on, I'm not even playing with it, bro. Come on, man. I've been had this though. This joint old.
Before we get into the podcast, can we just talk about how our AR5 agenda is cooked?
Oh yeah, man. So y'all know, man. Anthony Richardson got his shoulder cooked. The same shoulder he actually had surgery on, man. Me and Matt been big Anthony Richardson fans since he got in the league. Just because when you got the Cam Newton build, you already got like a fan base, bro. You feel me? My man 6'4", 240, rocket arm. He just not in the right system to where he can build himself up, man. It's actually terrible. It's terrible right now. I'm not gonna hold you. And honestly, we can attest this to why the Pacers actually won game one. Yeah, I mean, we actually gonna get into it right now, actually. So we're gonna talk about game one and our predictions for game two. Firstly, Matt, what did you think of game one? And what do you think about this finals matchup? Like, what do you actually think about this Pacers and OKC finals matchup?
I think, me personally, this is the best finals matchup that we could have gotten. Sure, everybody wanted Bron and Luka to be in the finals, but now that this is here in hindsight, this is cool as shit. We have two young star guards. We have the best offense in the league. The best offense in the postseason with the Pacers. And we have a historic defense with the Thunder that had a positive 20 net rating, won 68 games, MVP, hella all defensive guards on a team. The Pacers, I was thinking about it last night. I would really compare the Pacers to early 2000s Edge. Not the fact that we all hate them, but how they're the ultimate opportunists. They've had 4 comebacks with less than 2 minutes to go in regulation and OT since the playoffs started.
Bro, I actually love that comparison. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if they do win this finals, that they are going to be a little hated because you know how NBA media is, especially like on Twitter and things of that nature. Like a lot of people saying this finals got like no like nothing to it. Me personally, I love the parity. I love the fact that we're going to see at least one of these teams get their first finals in franchise history. Like that's so big on the NBA. And I mean, like my thing is everybody just wants to see Celtics and Lakers all day, bro. And like I don't like nobody wants to see that all the time, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like nobody wants to see. I think this was like the first year in NBA history that a team from Texas, LA, Florida, or it was Texas, LA, Florida, or New York that didn't go to the conference finals since like 96 or 97 or something like that. Like it was a crazy number. But with that being said though, man, like it just gives new, bro. It's a whole new like John, like I think my finals predictions I had OKC and Boston, or like when Boston lost, I thought the Knicks were going to be the Pacers. But like you said, bro, the Pacers are really ultimate opportunists, bro. They take advantage of everything they get. It's kind of crazy considering that, when you look at this Pacers team on paper, all you really seeing is Hallie and Siakam, and the rest is just a good supporting cast. But like when you actually watch the games, bro, the Pacers are different, and we're going to jump right into game one with that, bro. So, what did you think of game one?
Game one, Shea out the gate, MVP performance. He had 38 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 56% true shooting, but J-Dub and Chet did not show up. J-Dub had a stinker. He had 17 points on 6 of 19, and Chet had 6.6 rebounds on 2 for 9. They can't win with that. The last time they had a great game where all 3 of them played great, they blew the Nuggets out by like 40 in game 7. Then Hallie with his 4th game winner is crazy. Then we really need to talk about how Rick Carlisle a demon, bro. Like he took Dirk to the 2011 chip, dropped off Kobe, Thunder Big 3, who else? Bron. With a combined record of, I think it was like 14-2. They only lost Excuse me, it was like 14-3. They only lost 3 games that entire postseason run. And now he's about to do it again with the Pacers. It's crazy.
Bro, yeah. Rick Carlisle, a very underrated coach. Honestly, when you look at how he really elevated this team, I'm gonna keep it a beam. This is why like retools are so important in the NBA, bro. Because you can really argue like both of these teams was really just a retool. Like I can't necessarily say the OKC Thunder went into a rebuild because they only had. I remember I was on Twitter, right, and some OKC fan was like, "Yo, they weren't here for the dark days." Somebody was like, "Yo, y'all had two 21 seasons in like 15 years. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Like, and they were back to back too. You feel me? So
I'm about to say they rebuilt in like 3 years.
That's what, bro. And then with the Pacers, bro, it's like, all right, they lost Paul George. They were still all right with Victor Oladipo and everything like that. Then they lost Victor Oladipo. They was like, all right, we're gonna do like a crazy trade. It's the same trade that shipped Sabonis to the Kings for Hallie. And I think if this was like 2022, I thought this would have been a win-win trade because
it was a win-win at first, but now it's looking way worse for the Kings because they traded Hallie, got Sabonis. Sabonis is cool. Like Sabonis is not a bad player, but then they traded away De'Aaron Fox for basically nothing. Just to become the Chicago Bulls of the West, bro.
Bro, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But back to the game. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This game wasn't looking too good. I feel like when you're watching both teams, bro, it's like, all right, you're pretty comfortable with OKC winning because they got a good lead. Now it's like you're pretty comfortable with the Pacers winning because they're down with 2 minutes left, bro. It's like, how many times are we going? First of all, that Nembhard shot on Shea is getting talked about way more than Hallie game winner to me. And that's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie, because he did mix him up with a little 1-2 step back, but then he airballed the next joint. I was kind of salty when he airballed the next joint. It was crazy.
Bro, the thing that really should be getting talked about is a Turner sidestep 3 off glass that really kicked off their run, bro. That really started the magnet ball.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about was talking about Shea though, and like Shea had a great game. I think he had one bad memory shot within that time of like them going back and forth in the clutch and whatnot. But like other than that, like, you know, people only care about the moments, bro. They don't care about the stats. And then that attests to Hallie because like you told me like over the phone the other night, like Hallie is the type of guy that like slews into a game. He's not gonna shoot all crazy or he's not gonna, you know, take the most shots. But Hallie only had 14 points. He had 10 rebounds, those 6 assists. I mean, he was doing everything else. And then the fact of the matter is, bro, when the lights were the brightest,
he did
that. He did that. And mind you, these are both of their first finals. And Shea had a great performance. Hallie had a great moment. These are both their first finals. And then I think when it comes to OKC, when it comes to the Pacers, though, they do got that championship pedigree within Pascal Siakam. But everybody else is frankly new. TJ McConnell been around the league for a minute. But I can't really call him a vet because he's still in his like 20s. You feel me? So I can't really call TJ McConnell a vet. But they just know how to win basketball games, bro. OKC does too. But like one of the earlier things I had a problem with OKC in the regular season is like how they don't really know how to finish games. Especially when the games get a little closer. Now, this whole playoff run, they have been like finishing games, but like when it came to games against like the Nuggets, when it comes to games like with them type of teams that like actually like know what to do in the fourth quarter, they kind of fold a little bit. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like this was just another example to me. Like, but I'm gonna save my prediction later. But like, what do you think could have been done by OKC to prevent this whole situation from happening? Because this was a crazy situation.
What really fucked them up was Chet being terrible that entire game. They should at least had one big in for that final stretch when the Pacers went small. I'm not saying put Hartenstein in the game, but if you need a little more foot speed, put Chet in as the 5, put the other Jalen Williams in as the 5 if you don't trust Hartenstein's foot speed, because the Pacers, hold on, I have it written down. The Pacers the Pacers beat them in rebounds 43-29, and they had about 3 or 4 more offensive rebounds, which goes a long way. And also, the Pacers had 19 turnovers in the first half. The Pacers had 24 turnovers in total, but the Thunder only scored 11 points off of that. And all their turnovers weren't live ball. Like some possessions went out of bounds, others were travels.
Travels, offensive turnover. Yeah, like it was crazy.
They only had 15 live ball turnovers, but they only got 11 points off that, which is a testament to the Pacers' transition defense. So what the Pacers really need to do for game 2 in order to go back to back and take it back to Indiana up 2-0 is get Shai in foul trouble, try to slow down the OKC offense, because without Shai, like besides J-Dub, no one's really a bucket getter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need some more production off the bench for the Thunder, I would really lean more into playing Wiggins and what's his name? Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe, if they need more scoring off the bench. Another thing is they should sub in Hartenstein when Turner leaves the court if they really want to dominate that rebounding battle. What do you think, though?
I agree on the rebounding tip a lot, because even Aaron Nesmith had, I think, 10 boards or 12 boards, something like that. He had a double-double, though, for sure. Not a bad finals debut for Nesmith at all, bro. He kind of shot poorly a little bit, but I kind of take a testament to, all right, the Pacers' defense was absolutely pretty good. I'm not going to lie. And like, this was a series where I'm thinking, like, all right, like, this is the best offense versus the best defense. It's like, it's almost crazy to say because it's the Pacers, but, like, you can't go bucket for bucket with the Pacers no more, bro. Like, it's so hard to do, because there'll be some possessions, bro, like when they'll give up a defensive possession, they're like, all right, we right back to it on offense, and then they'll outrun the other team on offense. Whereas OKC, they have a lot of perimeter help as well, which is why I was so surprised Nembhard and Nesmith was having good games. Even McConnell had 9 off the bench with all the wing presence that they had with Lou Dort, Case and Wallace, Alex Caruso, who's a vet, you know what I mean? Alex Caruso had a crazy block on somebody. I forgot who it was, but when it comes to the Pacers, bro, Pascal Siakam ain't a slouch on defense. Miles Turner ain't a slouch on defense. They really kind of had the paint on lock in terms of centers, and like even when Shai or J-Dub would try to drive to the rim, Pascal almost had it on lock. Nesmith had it on lock as well. I mean, it's just when you think of like you said, they need better shot creation. So I think playing Isaiah Joe or Aaron Wiggins definitely would do some good, because you can't rely on Lou Dort to give you 15 points. That's one of them games where if Lou Dort gives you 15 points, you have to win the basketball game.
Yes,
you're never going to get that shit again. You're never getting that again. Even Alex Caruso having a good amount of points. You know what I'm saying? Alex Caruso is more like a plug-in guy. Like he's needed on offense because he's going to bail you on some occasions, but his presence is really on defense. So when you're relying on 3-and-D guys to have over 10 points to really win you a basketball game, or like take like 7 threes, you kind of in a slump, and that's crazy to say because Shai had 38 points. And like you said, Chet just had an awful game. He had 6 points, bro, 6 rebounds. Hartenstein came in, had a better game, but that's because it's kind of like a flow when you're coming off the bench. You feel me? When you're coming off the bench, you're kind of more motivated, and you're also kind of more doing things against guys that already ran for like a total of 5 minutes, and then you're coming in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly, bro, they really do need to experiment more with that offense in case of like Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, because you're not getting nothing when Shai isn't on the floor, and then especially games like that where J-Dub is having a bad game. So in terms of that, I think, like you said, bro, the Pacers just need to take advantage of the fouls. They also need to stop. I think they need to really put their foot on the pedal for game 2. I really think offensively they really need to get in that bag. There was another game earlier in the playoffs. Tyrese Halliburton was not taking this foot off the gas, bro, and I think it was against the Cavs. And the Cavs had a pretty solid defense, but not on the wingtip like OKC. So I think. This is just me ideology. Obviously, you know, you want to win a game 2, but like if you lose game 2, you can afford it because you're tied 1-1 and you're going back to the crib. No, like I want to be up 2-0 back to the crib because that Indiana crowd is crazy. Like I'm getting flashbacks of Golden State with all the yellow and all that. You know what I mean? But like we ain't that Oracle Arena dip was different. I'm not gonna lie. Like that playing the Oracle was like hell. Like,
bro, Oracle has some real devil magic, bro. 2015 to 2018 Oracle, bro.
It was you couldn't play there, bro. It was like every time somebody won there, it was a celebration. No bullshit.
That's why Brian the greatest for walking them down in 7.
Hey,
we're not gonna get into that.
We're not gonna get into that. That's a debate for another day. What I wanted to ask you is, bro, I've honestly never seen a finals like this, like in terms of like parity, since like I want to say Bucks and Suns, because the Bucks didn't make the finals for like a calm 40, 30 years up until that point. Then the Suns, that was their first finals ever, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the second. It might have been their first. So with that, it's just like, damn, bro. Like, I thought. Now, me personally, I think OKC sweeps the rest of the series, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because like this was a game where they lost on a home court, and mind you, I think the Pacers' first lead was that Halliburton shot.
Yes, bro. They led the game for 0.3 seconds, bro.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, like, and then you had a bad J-Dub game. You had a bad J-Dub game came in a great Lou Dort game. So it's like, all right, like it kind of cancels out, but like defensively, like you said, they went small ball a little too much. Like they had, I think that lineup that was on the floor was Shea, J-Dub, Caruso, Casey Wiles, Lou Dort, and like that's a little too small considering Hallie's like 6'5", 6'4", 6'4", whatever, and then Neesmith is 6'7", Nembhard 6'4", like Pascal 6'9", like you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a lot. It was too much small ball considering. Also, if you had Pascal at center, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I was never a fan of Pascal's offensive bag, but he can get to a buck.
Bro, I didn't peep he was that big of a bucket getter, bro. He's very underrated.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. I thought bro was literally a Beyblade. That's all I thought he was, bro. But he know how to try.
The spin move memes used to cook me, bro.
He used to cook me bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm liking this final so far, bro. I honestly think we're going to get a blowout soon. Like I think OKC going to come out and put belt game too, bro. I think it's going to be actually hilarious. Like, but I've doubted Indy before, and they've gone up 2-0 before. I just it's scary to doubt this team right now, bro.
Yes, bro. Like the way, like yes, I can see OKC sweeping the rest of the way, but I can also see the Pacers sweeping the Thunder. Is like I don't think that's crazy to say.
You think so?
I think so. Like if it went any way, I wouldn't be surprised. Like yeah, like I fuck with Hallie, but I'm pulling for OKC just a little more. And I don't know why, but at the same time, like if the Pacers win, like that's great for basketball. Like they offense is beautiful to watch. Like they involve everyone. Like you probably didn't know this, but Obi Toppin the last two games, this finals game 1 and the next closeout game, he's averaging 17.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks on 65, 58, 100 in 25 minutes, bro.
No, Obi snap. He had 17, and my thing was in the beginning, Obi was playing like shit. Obi was playing
bro,
like
he kept turning the ball over.
Yes, bro, he kept playing like. My thing is though, the Pacers know how to unlock some guys, bro. I honestly thought Obi Toppin was one of them ones. I feel like if that COVID stuff didn't happen, then we actually got 2020 March Madness. I feel like Obi would have been a top 5 pick or top 3 just off the strength because I like honestly, bro. I think Ant still would have went number 1, but Obi would have went number 2 to the Warriors. I think the Warriors really could have used somebody like Obi, especially around that time. Like they took James Wiseman, who played like not even 10 games. I'm pretty sure he didn't even play like 8 games. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure he got injured his rookie year. That's so crazy that you bring that up because I literally had just seen a post about why the Warriors picked James Wiseman. And at first, it makes sense. Like they needed a big guard, not a big guard, excuse me, a big center. They needed someone who could space the floor with Steph, but it just didn't work out. But in hindsight, like, yeah, we can say it didn't work out. Like they should have gotten Ant or LaMelo. Yeah. But like at that point, like the pick made sense to everybody.
Yeah, I think with that being said, I mean, it's just more so like a lot of teams just draft based off of potential and just based off of like what somebody can do for their team. Like we've seen a bunch of times. It's just like, all right, like now you kind of gotta live with it a little bit. But shout out James Wiseman, he might get a ring. He's on Indiana, so he might get a ring.
Oh yeah,
you feel me? So shout out James Wiseman. So what's your prediction for game 2?
I think, me personally, it's gonna go the same way Thunder versus Nuggets game 2 went. The Thunder just gonna come out the gate and just blitz the hell out on Indiana. I have in my notes that for the Thunder to win, they need to get J-Dub and Chet in rhythm. They need to blitz ball handlers to force turnovers. Like if you need Caruso or Case and Wallace, that's another thing. I would play Caruso more than Case and Wallace. I'm not sure why Case and Wallace was in the starting lineup. Me personally, I didn't like that move. But if you got to pick up Nembhard or Hallie full court, force the ball out their hands, try to force them to get into quick actions and like get their hands in passing lanes, steal the ball, like the Thunder are gonna go up big, and they need to keep and maintain the lead. They cannot have dead possessions on offense, because if you waste the entire shot clock, like 2-3 times against the Pacers, that's a 10-0 run right there.
It's my man Matt got good ball knowledge, man. I absolutely agree. I think OKC's going to demolish. I feel like game 2 OKC's just going to demolish them, bro. Just because it's like, all right, we just lost our home court.
Yeah.
Game 1. These boys ain't see a finals since like 2012, bro. And we just lost game 1. We not going out like that. So I think OKC honestly puts the belt on. I think Hallie has one of them 7-6 games. Like, he's not going to shoot very well. I think maybe Miles Turner gets a double-double. You know, maybe Siakam has a good game. But other than that, I don't really see the Pacers really doing nothing crazy this game at all. I think OKC comes out guns blazing. I think defensively they turn it up a little bit. I think by halftime they're going to be up by at least 20 points. And eventually they're going to be up by 30. Then it's going to dumb down to like 15. Final score being like, 120 to 105. Like, that's exactly how I think it's going to go down. I've seen this too much, bro. Too much. Them game two rebuttals, bro, be crazy when they lose once at the crib.
And the crazy thing is, when I was watching game 1, I was at work. I was talking to my coworker. I was saying how the third quarter Thunder remind me of the old Warriors, how they would be down by 30 how the Warriors would be down by 30 at halftime, come out the gate. With 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, they would be up 15.
Yeah, bro.
That's really how the Thunder be playing with their defense.
Yeah.
And I was saying to him, I'm like, the Thunder up, it's looking like it's over. But wouldn't it be crazy if Indiana came back?
That's all I was thinking, bro. That's why I kept the game on. Like, as soon as they got to 9, I'm like, all right, bro. They're bugging. Like, OKC, I think it was like 99 to 108. OKC had 108 for a minute. Like,
bro, OKC had like four dead possessions in a row of just terrible looks, terrible baskets. I think J-Dub sprinted to the lane trying to do a spinning like underhand layup that went off glass.
He got blocked too at one point.
Yeah. Oh my God! But I wouldn't lie. I thought the game was over when Lou Dort punched the shit out. What's his name? Nembhard shot, bro. I thought the game was over.
I thought the game was over when they were scrambling for the ball in the last possession. Nembhard had the ball turned over, and Alex Caruso got it, but they called a foul on him. I'm like, damn, because
I didn't see that joint because my streamies froze.
so basically what happened was like Nembhard, they were on a fast break. Mind you, there was a couple possessions where Halliburton didn't even touch the rock, which was kind of concerning for me. But
they had Nembhard as the lead ball handler because Hallie wasn't dealing well with the off ball pressure, which is a good thing. Nembhard is a very efficient ball handler, and he needs to keep being a good ball handler for the Pacers to win this series. He's been shooting 47.6% from 3 in the playoffs for his entire career, so he's very capable of being a lead ball handler by himself. With Hallie playing off ball.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. But that's our predictions, man. I think Thunder takes it. Matt thinks Thunder takes it. And we're gonna be back talking about game 3 for sure. I mean game 2 for sure. So we're gonna move on to this bull right here, man. This nut ass cuz right here, Kevin Durant, man. So it's very heavily rumored that Kevin Durant is not going to be a Phoenix Sun. I think it's like 99.9% confirmed he's not going to finish out as a Phoenix Sun. One thing I do want to note is, honestly, I just don't feel the need for certain teams to trade for this man, especially the younger teams like San Antonio. San Antonio, do not trade for Kevin Durant. Okay, trade for Giannis.
Houston, do not trade for KD.
Trade for him, bro.
Get Giannis or Devin Booker, bro.
Please, yo. Like, and a couple guys gonna look at us crazy, Matt. They're gonna look at us crazy and say, yo, what's up with KD? Like, KD, obviously, you know, one of the greatest players of all time. Yeah, bro. He's 37. He's injury prone. Like, and then you're gonna gut a young core for him. Let's say, for example, right? If San Antonio comes calling, yo, Phoenix, we want KD. Which y'all like? What y'all want? If I'm Phoenix, I'm like, yo, give me that second pick, Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell. No weird shit. Give me all that. Like I'm giving you Kevin Durant. You gotta give me something. You gotta give me somebody to combat with Devin Booker. And then if San Antonio hangs up the phone, you can't be Phoenix for getting. You can't even be mad if you're Phoenix. Because I'm gonna keep it a beam. You can get extremely greedy with Kevin Durant. You can get extremely greedy with Kevin Durant. There's no reason why if you're the Phoenix Suns, you're not going to ask because it's teams that's really willing to give up some crazy shit for KD, and I just don't understand it.
The Suns were literally one of those teams that gave up crazy shit for KD. Didn't they give up like 5 first-round picks? I don't remember the trade off the top of my head.
Mikal Bridges, a couple first-round picks. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. I think it was 5 first-round picks.
It was like 5 to 7. It was crazy, bro. It was insane.
But the team, if KD would go to any team, if what's it called? If the Suns were trying to do business with any team, it would have to be the Rockets. Get all those picks back that y'all traded.
Mm-hmm.
Get those picks back. Send KD over there. I don't see them trading Şengün, but get Jalen Green. See if he can develop. To be honest, if they get Jalen Green, I really don't think what's his name, Devin Booker is gonna stay. I personally think Devin Booker's a better fit in Houston than KD.
He absolutely is, because if you're getting KD, you gotta give up Şengün. Like, I don't think it's smart, obviously, but like you would have to give up Şengün. You would probably have to give up Tari Easton or Jabari Smith. You're gonna have to give up one of them. Then it's like you already given up a huge piece of your core because Şengün's young, Jabari Smith is young, Tari Easton's young, Jalen Green is young. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you probably gotta include Dillon Brooks in there. Dillon Brooks isn't young, but he's a needed vet of the team, which is crazy to say, but it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that, it's just more so like, all right, like, you willing to give up this much for a 37-year-old KD? Mind you, he's going to be a rental. He will most likely be a rental. He's not staying there. You know what I mean? KD probably got 2 more years left, and then he's probably done hooping. Or 2 or 3, actually, because he loves hooping. So he's probably going to extend that shit. But, like, if I'm any one of these teams, bro, I'm getting Giannis. Like if you're San Antonio, why not pair Giannis with Wemby? Why not do that?
God, bro.
Bro, like,
that's ridiculous.
Like, that's nasty, bro. But then it's like, if you're the Spurs, do you really want to give up? Like, let's say, for example, if they keep the number 2 pick, they don't trade for KD at all, and they get like Dylan Harper or something like that. You now have a lineup of Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle / Dylan Harper. They're probably going to start Castle up. Then you had Devin Vassell, Kellen Johnson, Wemby, Harrison Barnes. You got Dylan Harper off the bench. Like, it's just going to be one of them things where it's like you have a lot for your core, but like, you probably going to regret not trading. Like, and then it's like, I feel like the Spurs going to be on some real hype shit. Like, all right, like, Wemby coming up, cool. We got all these tickets or butts and seats because of Wemby. But imagine if we bring Giannis and we get to compete. That's just enticing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's also enticing for KD because fans love Kevin Durant. They may hate him because of his decision, but they love Kevin Durant. They would love to get a number 7 or 35 on a Spurs jersey, bro. It's all about the marketing, bro, at the end of the day for these niggas, man.
I really think if anybody were to try to get KD or Giannis and have like the best possible chance, it would be the Spurs. Because like you said, they have the number 2 pick. Whoever gets the number 2 pick is either going to take Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. If the Spurs keep their pick, they're going to have a logjam at guard, like you said. I think CP3 is still there. I'm not sure if he signed a 1-year deal or not, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be Dylan Harper, like you said, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell. Keldon Johnson is still there. What's his name? I think I just named. They're going to have like 4 or 5 guards that they're all going to be trying to give good minutes while also trying to develop Wemby still.
Yeah,
like, so it might work, but like it might not.
I think with that though, if you the NBA, do you really want all them people on the team with Wemby? Like, do you not want Wemby to be the face of the league? Do you not want him to develop to the most exponential standards, bro? Like, if I'm the NBA, I'm like, yo, like, I kind of want to see Wemby get it out the mud in a playoff series by himself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to imagine Giannis and Wemby playing the 4 and the 5 together, and it would be a great pairing, but at the same time, I can't see. I'm trying to envision how their offense works.
And you got Fox too. And you got Fox, so it's like downhill scoring, screens left and right. Like, you want to see a whole bunch of shit over there, but like you also need a competitive point guard to keep all that shit under together. So I think Chris Paul definitely does stay, but like I think in terms of like just marketing, bro, like I just wouldn't want to see Wemby get automatic help. Like it happened with Kyrie. Kyrie probably had 1 or 2 seasons to himself. Then Bron came
before Bron came back.
Saying then the rest was history after that. So like Kyrie obviously developed to his full potential, but like we were never going to see a Kyrie because that team was ass. So we were never going to see a Kyrie Irving led playoff team like the Cavaliers. Like we ended up seeing it later on in his career with the Celtics and Brooklyn and all that. But like it's just like some people left unimagined. Like, damn, like what if Kyrie was by himself? What if LeBron didn't come back? Even to Steph Curry's extent, because Steph Curry was still in his prime when they got KD. What if Steph Curry never got KD? We'll never see how a led playoff series after he won his couple chips. Mind you, we ended up getting that later on in 2022. But it's like, damn, like he was much older, and then he also had a younger team. Like they damn near had almost everybody. But Andrew Wiggins was on the team, Jordan Poole was on the team. Like it was just different, but. Honestly, I don't really think. I think the Spurs definitely get Giannis, bro. And then it's like if I'm the Bucks, that's like the best it's gonna get for me. Because like, all right, like if you're the Bucks, mind you, I just said you can get whatever you want if you're Phoenix for KD. Imagine what you can get if you're the Bucks. I'm getting greedy as fuck if I'm the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie. I need if I'm hitting up any team that got a top 5 pick. Then on top of that, it's like, all right, we still got to put some people in the seat somehow. So who the fuck else we going to get? You might as well get a couple players on top of that as well. Houston got a lot of nice picks, but it's like, bro, if I'm the Bucks, I'm sending Giannis over my franchise player. If I'm going to a hard rebuild, I need a top pick. That 10 pick is not doing shit for me.
You need a top pick. You need like 4 or 5 other picks.
Yeah.
But realistically, like if Giannis were if Giannis were to go to the Spurs, pair him along with Wemby, and you're asking for all these picks, you're not about to get a whole bunch of picks in the lottery. It's not going to happen.
It's not possible.
It's going to be so good out the gate. So what you just got to hope on is just whoever you pick, if you were to trade Giannis in this upcoming draft, is just a automatic bucket because Dame's out till next season. Who's on the team?
It's going to be KPJ and like Kuzma and Gary Trent, like you feel me? Bobby Portis is definitely going to dip. Like I just don't know what they do from here, bro. So you need a Dylan Harper, you need maybe an Ace because Ace Bailey's still raw to me. Like I don't really see Ace Bailey as like a guy that can like go to a team by him. So I think Ace Bailey, like the Sixers would be perfect for Ace Bailey because he can take some time to develop under Paul George and then just get his shit together because he's not going to be the main offensive guy. He's going to be a very key plug-in player, like damn near what Jonathan Kuminga was when he first came with the Warriors. Like he's going to be plugged right into the O, just not on some crazy shit. Like he's going to be involved in like threes and like set screens and like all that type of shit because he does have a nice skill set. He's just still raw to me.
Yeah, I seen somewhere that it was said if Ace Bailey like put in his mind that he should play like Jaden McDaniels instead of Kobe, he would be a consensus 2 pick.
No bullshit. But he take them fadeaways and he do all this extra shit, bro. It's like that Rutgers hoops was just it was cool to watch because it was really just 2 people against 5. But like
it was 2v5.
It was funny.
But since you said that, like the Bucks are really about to be terrible, bro. If they lose Giannis, that might be one of the worst teams in the league post Giannis.
Yeah, I think it kind of depends on what they get for him, though. Like, but it's going to be so nutty if Giannis decides to stay, bro. Then it's like, all right, if you're Giannis, you can never fucking complain again. I'm sorry. You can't complain about shit anymore. Like, shit. The same shit that happened with Melo. Melo, after he was with the Knicks for a little bit, he could have went to Houston. He could have went to all these teams, bro. But he was like, nah, I'm going to take the bag. Nigga, instantly regretted that shit because now you're not even contending for playoffs. Then you have Porzingis who's playing fucking better than you. Then you see how New York does after you dip. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, yo, like, it's just crazy to me. Also, one thing I didn't mention about the finals, though, why both the teams that traded Paul George are in the finals. What does that say about the Clippers?
What does that say about the Sixers in 3 years? My stock's still high.
Bro. Yo, I seen a trade rumor for y'all for KD. It was like the 3rd pick, PG, and some. You not doing
Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid on the same team.
No, that's
if you would have said this back in like 2021, I would have been turned.
Right.
But 37-year-old Paul George, MB has got to get his legs broke just to repair them. Like, no bullshit.
Then like somebody was saying Giannis and Embiid. I'm like, that's even worse. Like that paint is crowded as shit. Like that paint is crowded as hell. Then on top of that, like, all right, you just gotta pray they don't run into each other at one point because like it's gonna be crazy. Like,
yeah, bro, that's a nasty collision.
Bro, I think it's not gonna work for us Clippers though, because we just let him walk. You know what's crazy? You seen how Tobias kind of came at him a little bit with some crazy tip?
No, what do you say?
So basically, what happened was Paul George was describing how he drove through Philly when the parade was going on for So mind you, he was oil farming like shit, bro. You're 35 years old. Why are you driving through Philly in a Porsche? You had nothing else to do that day. The game ended at like 6:00, bro. He was out there at like 9. I'm like, what made you want to do that shit? Anyway, bro. So
Yumbo definitely ain't have nowhere to go.
That's what I'm saying. So basically, like, what happened was he was saying, like, somebody would say, oh, yeah, something about Tobias Harris, yada, yada. And he said, shout out to Tobias Harris, but he essentially just said, I feel like I'm a way better basketball player than Tobias Harris. Like, he said when he got to the crib, it made him want to dribble a ball again.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. And then Tobias trolled because I think after the All-Star break, the Sixers won like 4-27 or some shit like that. And Tobias had a big-ass cigar in his mouth on April 27th. I'm pretty sure. Some shit like that. It was something crazy. It was something crazy, but yeah, bro. I mean,
hey, Tobias can pop it, but let's not forget how he stole $30 million from us. What?
That's why hey, bro. Hey, yeah, like you said, bro. He can pop it, but like, let's not forget let's not forget the war.
Let's not forget you were a terrorist last year.
It's crazy. Like, I don't know, bro.
But it's so crazy how we thought we were about to get an upgrade, and we paid Paul George 4 years, 100-something million just for him to be worse,
bro. And like, I don't know if you peep on Twitter, I was getting kind of like cooked by like Sixers fans because somebody, I think Sixer Daily posted, they was like, oh, Daryl Morey was right, because I think Harden had a bad game or whatever, and I was like, yo, good luck with this fucking contract for the next 4 years. Niggas was coming at me crazy. I'm like, bro, like, first of all, y'all didn't even like Paul George. Y'all did not fuck with Paul George. Then on top of that, bro, niggas was saying it's 3 years, dumbass, like, learn your contract. I'm like, bro, you're paying this nigga 3 years for $40 million for what? Mind you, they gave more to PG than whatever they was gonna get to Harden. Harden was probably gonna get like 140. This nigga PG got 215, bro, 200. What are we doing here, bro? Mind you, this may be a hot take. You get more out of Harden than you do in PG. If Harden gonna have a shitty, bro, Harden played like shit game 7. He had 7 points, 13 assists. You getting 13 assists out of Harden, and it is what it is. But like, I remember I was talking to one of my homies. He's a Sixers fan. He's like, bro, like, don't let them 2 40-point games fool you in that Boston series, bro. He had 2 40-point games, but he averaged 21 points. What the fuck does that tell you,
bro? He was playing. What he popped off game 1, and it was either game 4 or game 5, bro. He was a no-show to every other game, bro.
Yeah, game 6.
Now that you bring up this series, I gotta talk about it, bro.
Go ahead.
We were 6 minutes away. Not even 6 minutes, probably like 3 minutes away from going to the conference finals, bro. And Jason Tatum, as much as I hate on Jason Tatum and like to bet on him, bro, Yumbo been in duels with some legends his entire career.
Bro, he what?
Hard pumping Bron, stole Giannis chain, clamped up Kyrie and KD in 22? Played against Steph, got dropped off, came back the next year, bust our ass, dropped 50 on this game 7, bro.
Then the Jimmy Butler Devil Magic. Then you had him going up against like, bro, like one thing about Tatum, he went up against some niggas, bro, his whole career, and you can't really take that away from him. It's just like sometimes his best performances be coming from like I'm pretty sure there are, but like I don't specifically remember a moment in Tatum's career where like he snapped and it was a close ass game. Like all his like greatest performances came in blowouts, bro. So it's like
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one because I'm pretty sure it was the Bucks series in 22 where he had 46 and him and Giannis was going back and forth.
I remember that actually. I remember that. I read the box score. I'm like, damn. But like I'm talking about like recently though. Like,
oh yeah.
It was a crazy stat, bro. I think I even showed it on one of my past videos. It was like Jason Tatum's 8-2 when he shoots under 40%.
Jason Tatum is such a weird player because he's not like super spectacular at one specific thing that you can point at him and say he's the best forward in the league.
But he's not ass.
Yes, he's not ass by any stretch. He's 5 times first team All NBA straight.
He's not bad at all. One more thing I wanted to talk about before we get up out of here, Matt. You, me, and our man Xavier had a very interesting conversation about Jaylen Brown. I said I could name 25 players better than Jaylen Brown. I think I'm actually going to cut that down to I want to say 20.
Okay.
I think I can name 20 players better than Jaylen Brown. So, all right, Matt, you're going to be quiet for a little minute. I want you to speak when you hear a player that's not better than Jaylen Brown.
All right, I got you.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the Cavs. We got Donovan Mitchell.
Yup.
Okay. We're going to go to the Celtics. We got Jason Tatum.
Of course.
Knicks, Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
Would you argue Cat?
No, Cat is not better than Jaylen Brown. Just off the fact that Cat's too inconsistent and a defensive liability.
Okay. We're gonna go to the Pacers. We got Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes.
We're gonna go to the Bucks. We got Giannis.
Of course.
Back to the Pacers. Would you say Siakam is better than Jaylen Brown? Okay.
Like same tier.
Same tier. Yep. Okay.
If you were to argue Jaylen Brown, I wouldn't disagree. But if someone brought argument for Siakam and it was like a great argument, I wouldn't disagree as well.
Okay. All right. Dame? I don't think right now.
Yeah. Offensively, yes. Defensively, no.
Nah. Okay. All right. This is where it got interesting. Cade Cunningham. I think Cade is better than Jaylen Brown. That's just me though. That's just me though. Because Cade is the number one option. Jaylen Brown the second option. I really can't wait till next season to see how this Celtics team is really going to perform without Jason Tatum the whole year. But me personally, right now, I think Cade is better than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're gonna go to the Magic. Paolo.
Yes.
Franz.
No.
We're gonna go to the.
Yeah, no. Franz is not better.
We're gonna go to the Hawks. Trae Young.
Yes.
We're gonna go to the Bulls. Josh Giddey.
No.
Raptors. Scotty Barnes.
No.
Heat. Tyler Hero.
No.
Bam Adebayo.
No.
Okay, we're gonna talk the Nets. Sixers. Joel Embiid.
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey better than Jaylen Brown. Hornets. LaMelo Ball.
Any player on the Hornets is so weird to rank because they're so ass, bro. And LaMelo doesn't play enough, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So just off that, I can't say he's better than Jaylen Brown when you're not even available half the season.
All right, how many players was that?
I think you just named like 11.
11. Okay. I can probably edit something, probably the correct number, but that was just the East. Now we're gonna go to the West. Thunder. Shea.
Yes.
J-Dub.
No.
Rockets. Jalen Green.
No, absolutely not.
Lakers. Luka.
Yes.
LeBron.
Yes.
Nuggets. Jamal Murray.
No.
Okay. I don't want to say Jokic because that's two different positions or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
that's too obvious.
All right. So Clippers. James Harden.
No.
Kawhi.
Yes.
Timberwolves. Ant Edwards.
Yes.
Warriors. Steph Curry.
Yes.
Jimmy Butler.
Fuck, Jimmy is another weird player because he's so good, but he can also be so ass. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Grizzlies. Ja Morant.
As a number one, the number one bull on a Ja agenda right now, it's no.
Okay. Suns, Devin Booker.
Yes.
Okay.
Devin Booker is so underrated, bro. And I used to be a D-Book hater.
No, I used to be a hater too, but he's severely underrated right now.
Yes, bro. He's the second best shooting guard in the league.
Spurs, De'Aaron Fox. My man said you gotta think about this one.
I can't even tell you the last time I sat down and watched the Kings/Spurs game, so I can't even get my take on that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I guess we can say Pelicans, Trey Murphy. Probably not. I think I'm not gonna lie. Trey Murphy. I'm heavy on the Trey Murphy stock right now. Trey Murphy's a fucking bucket. I think if you send Trey Murphy to like, if Trey Murphy was on the Pacers, he'd be averaging like 22 points.
Yes, bro. Put Trey Murphy on the Sixers, bro.
yo, Herb, yo. Pelicans call you like, yo, bro. We'll give you Trey Murphy and Herb Jones for Paul George and that number 3 pick.
Yes, take it. Take it. Take it.
He said, take that shit, bro.
Take it.
Take it, yo. Oh, my God. That's funny.
Because that's a smart move. Actually, that's not a smart move for the Pelicans because those are two cornerstone pieces. But at this point,
they said everybody available to trade. I don't know if you remember.
The Pelicans need to blow it up, bro.
So before last year started, the last season, like this season started, like my man Kev was like, yo, bro. He was telling my man Jay, who a heavy Sixers fan, he like, bro, Dyson Daniels, Trey Murphy, that's the wave. And if you can get Josh Giddey, my man Jay, like, I'm moved on Giddey because Jay was the only boy like, yo, bro, like Maxey need a playmaker. Giddey would not be bad on some like cheap shit. But like, you know, his PR was terrible at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, the Sixers do them two moves, bro. Trey Murphy and Dyson trade, and then somehow get Josh. I think that's a totally different Sixers team, bro. I think that shit's I think that's like a 51 team. Because what's that? I think you would start Giddey, Maxey, Trey Murphy. I think somehow you keep Oubre, and then that's Embiid, and then off the bench is Herb, McCain, like Dyson, like that's crazy. I'm not Herb.
That's
Dyson,
a good rotation.
I
would put Giddey as the 2, but have him be the lead ball handler.
Okay.
Just because Maxey is too small to play the 2 guard.
That makes more sense. That makes sense. And then you can get freaky with it too, bro. Like you can put Herb Jones at the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, I keep saying Herb Jones whole time is Dyson Daniels. Even Dyson can play a little bit of 4 because he is like 6'7", but that's all around nice group. But we going to end the episode right here, Matt. Appreciate you, man, for hopping in the episode, bro.
Hey, man, appreciate you having me on. I'm trying to be back on this joint again.
Many more. Oh yeah, many more to come. But YouTube, that's it. I'm all right with you.
Salute.